The email sat in my inbox like a landmine waiting to detonate. Subject line, please hear us out. Sender, Mom. 5 years of silence, and now this. My name is Lena, and I've spent the last half-decade building a fortress between myself and the people who raised me. The last time I saw them, I was 26, and had just refused to write another check for my sister Marley's latest artistic vision. You're being cruel, Mom had said, her voice dripping with that familiar disappointment. Your sister has a gift. You've always been practical. But Marley needs this gallery space to express her soul. I remember staring at my checkbook, the previous 5 figures I'd written still visible in carbon copy. Each one represented overtime hours, delayed dreams, and the constant reminder that being practical meant being an ATM for my family's favorite child. No, I said that night. Just that one word, but it felt like throwing a grenade into our living room. Dad looked up from his newspaper, that same weak concern on his face. Honey, we're not asking for much. Your sister's work is finally getting noticed. Getting noticed, I laughed. The last gallery closed in 3 months. The one before that lasted 6 weeks. I've given her over $200,000. Marley burst into tears, right on cue. You're just jealous because you don't have any real passion. All you do is write code like some robot. At least robots produce something useful, I muttered. Mom gasped. How dare you, after everything we've done for you? Done for me? The words came out sharp enough to cut. What exactly have you done for me, besides using my salary to fund Marley's failures? We supported your computer thing, Mom waved dismissively. We let you study that instead of real arts. Let me? I stood up, my hands shaking. I got a full scholarship. I worked through college. I've been supporting this family since I was 22. And you let me? Marley was in full dramatic mode now, clutching Mom's arm. She's just trying to hurt me because she knows I'm actually going somewhere. This gallery is different. I can feel it. I walked to the stairs, my mind suddenly clear. Mom called after me. Where are you going? We're not finished discussing this. Actually, we are. I took the steps 2 at a time, grabbed the emergency bag I'd packed months ago, and walked back down. I'm done being your bank account. You're being ridiculous, Mom snapped. This is what family does. We support each other. No, I said, reaching for the door. This is what I do, and I'm not doing it anymore. Dad finally stood up. Lena, don't be hasty. Your sister needs... What about what I need? My voice cracked. Did either of you ever ask that? The silence that followed was deafening. Mom held Marley, who was still sobbing. Dad looked lost, and I felt for the first time absolutely certain. Goodbye, I said, and walked out into the night. I had a plane ticket to San Francisco booked before I reached my car. A friend from college had been trying to recruit me for months, something about a startup he was founding. I'd been hesitant to leave my family without support, but now I was free. The next morning, I blocked their numbers, closed our joint accounts, and started building my own life. 5 years of peace. 5 years of creating something that was mine, not Marley's. 5 years of finally being more than just the practical daughter. And now this email, sitting in my inbox like a ticking bomb. I hover over the delete button, but something stops me. Maybe it's curiosity. Maybe it's the masochistic part of me that wants to know what crisis brings them crawling back now. Or maybe it's because I'm not that scared 26-year-old anymore. I'm different now, stronger, successful. And if they're back because they need something, well, won't that be interesting? So, Ms. Wilson, Forbes is calling you the next tech visionary. How does that feel? The journalist's recorder blinks red on my desk, catching every word. I smile, practiced and polite. Athena Code's success isn't about me. We're revolutionizing how artificial intelligence interfaces with medical diagnostics. That's what matters. My phone buzzes. Another email from Mom. We're so proud of you. Please call us. I turn the phone face down as the journalist continues. Your company's IPO was the biggest tech offering this year. $8 billion valuation. Did you ever imagine? A knock at my office door. Jacob, my CTO, looks apologetic. Sorry to interrupt, but there's a situation in the lobby you need to handle. Excuse me, I tell the journalist. We'll finish this shortly. In the elevator, Jacob shifts uncomfortably. Your sister's downstairs. Security tried to stop her, but she's making a scene. My stomach drops. Of course she is. The lobby's floor-to-ceiling windows illuminate the chaos. Marley, wearing what looks like an intentionally paint-splattered designer dress, is gesturing wildly at two security guards. You don't understand. That's my sister up there. Lena. I step forward. It's fine, Tom. I'll handle this. Marley rushes toward me, arms open. I step back. What are you doing here? Is that any way to greet your sister? Her smile is brittle. I've been trying to reach you, we all have. Mom and Dad are. I'm in the middle of an interview. If you want to talk, make an appointment. An appointment? She laughs too loud. With my own sister? The big tech CEO now? Too important for family? Yes, I say simply. That's how this works? Her face crumples. Right on schedule. We need you, Lena. The bank is threatening foreclosure. Dad's pension isn't enough, and my new digital arts consultancy needs startup capital. No. You didn't even let me finish. This is different. I've got real investors interested. Like the real investors from the last 3 galleries. Her eyes narrow. You're still bitter about that? God, Lena. When did you become so cold? Jacob steps forward. Ms. Wilson has another appointment. I can have security escort you out or... Fine, Marley's voice echoes through the lobby. Stay up here in your glass tower. But Mom and Dad are about to lose everything. Their house, their savings, all of it. And you're just going to watch? I feel dozens of eyes on us. My employees, trying not to stare. The journalist, probably getting the story of her career. Send me the details, I say quietly. I'll look into it. Marley's face lights up. I knew you'd help. I brought my business plan. I said I'd look into it. Not that I'd help. Now please leave before I call security. She backs away, clutching her designer bag. You've changed. Yes, I say. I have. After she's gone, Jacob touches my arm. You okay? Find out everything you can about their financial situation, and get me Natasha Bryant's number. Your sister's old gallery owner? The one Marley screwed over. Yes? I straighten my jacket. Also, call PR. When that journalist's story comes out, we'll need to get ahead of the family angle. What are you planning? I think about Mom's email, about Marley's tears, about all the times they used my practical nature against me. They want to be part of my success story? I smile. Let's give them exactly what they want. Back in my office, I open Mom's email. Under her desperate plea for help is a line that makes my blood boil. We always knew you'd do well with your little computer company. Now you can finally help your sister achieve her dreams too, I hit reply. 3 words. Come to San Francisco. The trap is set. Now it's just a matter of timing. Jacob drops a thick folder on my desk. You're not gonna like this. I flip through the documents, bank statements, loan applications, credit reports. Each page reveals a deeper pit of financial disaster. They remortgaged the house 3 times, Jacob points out, used it as collateral for business loans, all for Marley's projects, I finish. Of course. My computer pings. An email from Natasha Bryant. I open it immediately. Your sister's digital arts consultancy is a joke, Natasha writes. She's copying concepts from actual digital artists. I've attached screenshots of the original works and her interpretations. Sound familiar? I remember the last gallery, how Marley's original paintings looked suspiciously like pieces I'd seen in European museums. When I pointed it out, Mom called me jealous and uncultured. My phone rings. It's Mom. Darling, we booked our flights. We'll be there next Thursday. Marley is so excited to show you her business plan. Mom, I interrupt. I found the loan documents. Silence. Then, those are private family matters. Private? You used my childhood home as collateral for Marley's failures, again. Don't be dramatic. We invested in your sister's future, just like we invested in your computer thing. I pull up another email, one Jacob found in their records. From Mom to Dad, dated 3 years ago. Lena's just a calculated ice queen who got lucky with computers, not talented like our Marley. Mom, I say, my voice steady, tell me about this digital arts consultancy. She brightens. Oh, it's revolutionary. Marley's going to help companies integrate digital art into their corporate spaces. She has such vision. And these concepts, they're all original? Of course. Your sister would never, like she'd never copy that French artist's work for her second gallery. Another silence. That was different. She was inspired. I've booked you rooms at the Four Seasons, I cut in. We'll have dinner Friday night. Bring the business plan. After hanging up, I turned to Jacob. Get me everything on the building where Marley's last gallery was. He raises an eyebrow. The one on Market Street? It's been empty since she bankrupted Natasha and disappeared with the sales money. Yes, I smile. Find out who owns it. Jacob types quickly. Some holding company bought it last month. Weird name, Nemesis Properties. Not weird at all. I turn my laptop around. On the screen is the incorporation paperwork for Nemesis Properties. Owner, Lena Wilson. You bought it? Jacob whistles. That's cold. No, I correct him. Cold would be letting them think Marley's getting investors. Cold would be watching them spend money they don't have on flights and hotels. And what's your plan? I pull up the architectural plans I'd commissioned weeks ago. We're turning it into the Athena Foundation headquarters, a place where girls who love science and tech can find support, where being practical isn't an insult. And the timing? The grand opening gala will be next Friday night. I forward him an email. Send this invitation to my family, but remove the foundation's name. Let them think it's an investor meeting for Marley. Jacob reads the email. This is going to destroy them. No, I say quietly. They destroyed themselves. I'm just making it public. My phone buzzes. A text from Marley. Thank you for believing in me, sis. I knew you'd come around. Can't wait to show you everything. I think about all the times I believed in her, all the checks I wrote, all the dreams I put on hold. Jacob, I say, call Natasha. Tell her I want her to speak at the gala, about supporting real artists and protecting their work. He nods slowly. You're not just getting revenge, you're making it educational. I'm making it count, I correct him. Now let's talk about seating arrangements. I want my family front and center when everything falls apart. The pieces are in place. In 9 days, they'll learn exactly what their practical daughter can do. The stage is set, Jacob says, walking me through the transformed gallery space. Press confirmed, catering arranged, and your family's seated directly under the main screen. I run my hand along the newly painted walls. Where Marley's copied artwork once hung, there are now sleek monitors displaying coding projects by teenage girls. The irony isn't lost on me. Natasha called, he continues. She's ready to deliver that speech we discussed, the one about protecting authentic artistic vision. My phone chimes. Mom again. Darling, what should we wear to this investor meeting? Marley wants to make the right impression. I text back. Formal. I've arranged for dresses to be sent to your hotel. Jacob raises an eyebrow. Designer dresses they can't afford? That's a bit much. They need to look the part, I say. For the photos. He stops walking. Lena, can we talk? Really talk? We sit on the stairs. The same stairs where Marley once proclaimed she'd be the next Picasso, while Natasha's gallery crumbled around her. I've never seen you like this, Jacob says quietly. 5 years of building Athena Code, you never mentioned them. Now what? Now you're orchestrating their public execution, and I get it. They deserve it. But what's this doing to you? I close my eyes, remembering all the nights I coded until dawn, building something that was mine, something they couldn't take or twist or dismiss. The night I left, I say slowly, Mom said something. She said I was lucky, not talented. That coding wasn't real art like Marley's work. And this is about proving them wrong? No. I stand up. This is about every girl told she's just practical. Every daughter used as a backup plan. Every sister made to feel less than. My phone buzzes again. Marley's sent a photo of herself practicing her investor pitch. They think this is their redemption story, I say. Poor artistic Marley, finally getting her big break. Practical Lena, finally understanding the value of art. And instead? Instead, they'll watch me announce the Athena Foundation. Watch me turn Marley's failed gallery into a place that celebrates girls who code, who build, who create real things. I smile. And they'll do it wearing dresses they can't afford, in front of journalists they think are investors. Jacob shakes his head. You've thought of everything. Almost everything. I pull up an email. I need your help with one last thing. He reads it. A live stream to all Athena Code employees and selected tech media. When Mom realizes what's happening, she'll try to spin it. I want the whole story documented. Jesus, Lena. Too much? He hands back my phone. No, not for what they did to you. A notification pops up. Mom and Marley have received their dresses. Mom's message? They're gorgeous. Marley looks like a real gallery owner now. A real gallery owner, I repeat, like Natasha was. Jacob checks his watch. Speaking of Natasha, she wants to review her speech with you. Something about adding details about the money Marley took? Perfect. I take one last look around the space. You know what the worst part was, Jacob? They never asked what I wanted. Not once. It was always about Marley's dreams, Marley's future. And now? Now they'll see exactly what I've built, what their practical daughter became while they weren't watching. My phone chimes one final time. Dad, proud of you for helping your sister. This is what family does. I show Jacob the message. No, Dad, this is what I do. And tomorrow night you'll all see exactly what that means. We walk toward the exit, past the Foundation's new logo, a phoenix rising from lines of code. Ready? Jacob asks. I think about the dresses, the speeches, the cameras. About 5 years of silence about to explode into calculated revenge. Ready. The gallery fills with people as I watch from the upper balcony. Tech journalists mingle with Foundation donors, all of them in on what's about to happen. My family hasn't arrived yet. 5 minutes, Jacob murmurs, touching my earpiece. Your mother just texted. They're pulling up now. I adjust my black designer suit. No dress tonight. This isn't about looking pretty for investors. The main doors open. Mom enters first, wearing the red gown I sent, scanning the crowd like a hunter. Behind her, Marley floats in wearing a flowing silver dress that probably cost more than their mortgage payment. Dad trails them, tugging at his bow tie. Oh my God, Marley squeals, loud enough to carry. Look at all these important people. They're here for me. Mom grabs her arm. Darling, remember what we practiced. Sophisticated and subtle. I watch them work the room, Marley introducing herself as the artist everyone's here to meet. Mom's telling anyone who will listen about her daughter's revolutionary vision for digital arts. The journalists play along perfectly, asking just the right questions. And how did you develop this concept? One asks Marley. Oh, it just came to me. I have this gift for seeing connections others miss. Fascinating, the journalist says, recording everything. Completely original idea? Completely. I've never seen anything like it. Behind them, Natasha enters, wearing a knowing smile. Our eyes meet across the room. 2 minutes, Jacob says. Ready? I watch Mom straighten Marley's dress, fussing like she used to before school plays. You'll be amazing, sweetheart. This is your moment. Dad spots me on the balcony. He waves, mouthing, thank you. For what, I wonder, enabling Marley again, or for what's about to happen? The lights dim slightly. Right on cue, Mom grabs Marley's hand. It's starting. Remember, confidence and grace. The screen behind the podium flickers to life. Transforming broken foundations into empowered futures appears in glowing text. That's perfect, Marley whispers too loudly. It's like they knew exactly what I wanted to say. Jacob touches my shoulder. Showtime. I descend the stairs as the introduction music plays. My family beams at me, pride and expectation radiating from them in nauseating waves. Ladies and gentlemen, the announcer's voice fills the room. Please welcome the founder and CEO of Athena Code and the creator of the Athena Foundation. Mom's already nudging Marley forward. Lena Wilson. I reach the podium. My family's faces are perfect, confused but still expectant. They think this is just my introduction of Marley's big moment. 5 years ago, I begin. I stood in this very building and made a choice. Marley's smile falters slightly. I chose to stop funding false dreams. I chose to build something real. Mom's expression shifts from pride to uncertainty. Tonight, we're not here to celebrate art that copies others' work. Marley's face goes white. We're here to launch the Athena Foundation, headquartered in this building, formerly known as the Marley Gallery. The screen behind me changes, showing young girls coding, building robots, creating real things. This space, once a monument to fraudulent art and broken promises, will now empower girls who've been told they're just practical, just useful, just ATMs for someone else's dreams. Dad's hand falls from Mom's shoulder. And to launch this foundation, I'd like to introduce someone who knows firsthand the cost of enabling false artists. Please welcome Natasha Bryant, former owner of this gallery and now board member of the Athena Foundation. Natasha steps forward, her heels clicking on the floor like a judge's gavel. Mom's face transforms into pure horror as she finally understands what's happening. But first, I say, smiling directly at my family, let's talk about how we got here, about a practical daughter, a stolen gallery, and the price of enabling toxic dreams. The cameras flash. The live stream counter hits 10,000 viewers, and in the front row, my family sits frozen, trapped in the spotlight of their own making. Growing up, I was told I lacked vision, I continue, my voice steady. That writing code wasn't creative like painting or sculpture. That being practical meant being less than. The audience is silent, every phone, every camera focused on the podium, on my family's faces. 3 times I emptied my savings to fund my sister's galleries. 3 times I watched those investments disappear into artistic expenses. But the 3rd time was different. Natasha steps forward, right on cue. The 3rd time, your sister stole more than money. She stole artwork, copied other artists' work, and sold fraudulent pieces through my gallery. Marley jumps up. That's a lie! I was inspired! Sit down, Mom hisses, pulling her back. But it's too late. I click to the next slide. Side-by-side comparisons appear. Marley's original works next to the pieces she copied. The evidence is devastating. When confronted, Natasha continues, Marley disappeared with the sales money, leaving me to face angry collectors and lawsuits. Dad stands now. This is unnecessary, Lena. If you didn't want to help with the new business. New business? I pull up Marley's digital arts proposal. You mean this plagiarized concept? These stolen designs? More slides, more proof, more gasps from the audience. But this isn't about exposing fraud, I say, softening my voice. This is about transformation, about taking something broken and making it meaningful. The screen changes to blueprints of the renovated building. The Athena Foundation will provide mentorship, resources, and support to young women in STEM fields. We'll fund scholarships, host coding camps, and create safe spaces for girls who dream in algorithms instead of watercolors. Applause breaks out. Mom stands, trying to reach for me. Lena, please. Our first initiative, I continue, speaking over her, is the Practical Girls Project. Because being practical isn't a flaw. Building real things isn't less than making art. And using someone's practicality to fund your failures isn't family, it's exploitation. Marley bursts into tears. Not the pretty performative ones she's famous for. Real ugly sobs. The Foundation's first headquarters will remain named the Marley Gallery, I announce, as a reminder that true creativity doesn't copy, that real vision builds rather than borrows, that practical girls can change the world. More applause. Journalists' fingers flying over keyboards. The live stream counter hits 50,000. And to every girl told she's just practical, I look directly into the main camera. Every daughter used as a backup plan, every sister made to feel less than, this space is for you. Your dreams matter. Your work matters. Your practical, beautiful minds matter. Mom stands again, her voice shrill. This is cruel. We're your family. No, I say quietly, but the microphone carries it. Family doesn't drain their daughters' accounts to enable fraud. Family doesn't dismiss coding as lucky, not talented. Family doesn't... Enough, Dad shouts. You've made your point. Have I? I pull up their email from 5 years ago. The night I left, you said I was being selfish. That family supports each other. Well, let me show you what real support looks like. The screen fills with faces. Young girls in coding camps, teenage engineers, women in tech sharing their stories of being the practical ones. This is my family now, I say, and unlike you, they'll build something real. Marley runs for the door, her silver dress catching the light like expensive tears. Mom follows, calling my name like a curse. Dad stands alone, looking lost. The Athena Foundation is now open, I conclude, and to every practical girl out there, welcome home. The applause is deafening. Natasha squeezes my hand as she passes. Jacob appears at my side, pride in his eyes. But I'm watching my father slowly walk toward the exit, shoulders bent under the weight of what just happened. He turns at the door, meets my eyes one last time. I don't look away. He does. The aftermath hits social media before my family reaches their hotel. Practical Girls trends on Twitter. Videos of Marley's meltdown go viral. Tech blogs run headlines like, Athena Code CEO turns family drama into tech revolution. Your mother's called 16 times, Jacob says, handing me a glass of whiskey in my office. Marley's posted a response. I pull up Instagram. There she is, makeup streaked, still in the silver dress. My sister's cruel publicity stunt has destroyed our family. She twisted my art, my vision, to promote her soulless tech agenda. The comments are brutal. Didn't you steal other people's art? Found the original designs you copied. Team, Practical Girls. My phone buzzes. A lawyer's number. Hello? Ms. Wilson, I represent your sister and parents. This public defamation. Everything I said was documented, I cut in. Would you like to see the proof of funds transferred? The artwork comparisons? The loan documents? Silence. I thought not. Goodbye. Jacob pours himself a drink. You okay? I thought I would feel... I stop, searching for the word. Satisfied? Better. The whiskey burns my throat. I thought exposing them would fix something inside me. My email pings. It's from Dad. What you did tonight was cruel, but I understand why you did it. I should have protected you better. I'm sorry I failed. Too little, too late. Another notification. Marley's doing an Instagram live, crying about family betrayal and misunderstood artistic expression. Turn it off, I tell Jacob. He does, but then pulls up another screen. You should see this, though. It's tweets, hundreds of them, from women in tech. My parents called my coding just a hobby while funding my brother's band. Always the responsible one expected to bail out my creative sister. Finally, someone said it. Practical Girls Unite. My phone rings again. Mom, what do you want? The bank called. Her voice is raw. They've accelerated the foreclosure after tonight's publicity. We'll lose everything. You lost everything when you chose to enable fraud. She's your sister. No, I say quietly. She's your daughter, your favorite, your artist. I'm just the practical one, remember? She starts to cry. Please, Lena, we can fix this. Like you fixed Natasha's gallery? Like you fixed the loans? Like you fixed... My voice cracks. Jacob touches my shoulder. I shake my head. Goodbye, Mom. I hang up and walk to the window. San Francisco glitters below, a city built by practical dreamers. Jacob? Yeah? Did I become just like them, using people's pain for my own agenda? He joins me at the window. You turned your pain into purpose. That's different. My phone buzzes one last time. A text from Marley. I hope you're happy. You've ruined everything. And suddenly, unexpectedly, I cry. Not pretty tears, not strategic tears, but ugly, gasping sobs that have waited 5 years to break free. Jacob holds me while I shake apart, while I finally mourn the family I never really had. They never saw me, I whisper. Not once. Not really. But we see you, he says. All those girls out there, they see you. My computer chimes. Another email from the Foundation's new website. Dear Ms. Wilson, I'm 15 and love coding. My parents say it's not a real career for girls. Tonight, watching you speak, I finally felt heard. Thank you. Practical girls. I wipe my eyes and sit down to reply. Behind me, San Francisco keeps glittering. Somewhere, my family is dealing with the consequences of their choices. And here, in this office built on practical dreams, I'm finally, truly free. Not healed, not yet, but free. The Athena Foundation's main hall buzzes with energy. Teenage girls cluster around computers, showing off their projects. Mentors move between groups, offering guidance and encouragement. Ms. Wilson? A small voice catches my attention. Can you look at my code? The girl can't be more than 13, dark hair pulled back in a practical ponytail. Her laptop shows lines of Python script, a program to help her mother's small business. This is impressive, I say, scanning her work. You built this yourself? She nods. My sister says coding is boring. She wants to be an influencer. I catch Jacob's eye across the room. He grins, knowing what I'm thinking. Let me show you something cool, I tell her, making a few adjustments to her code. The screen transforms, her program now running with sleek graphics. That's amazing, she gasps. Can you teach me how? That's why we're here. My phone buzzes. A news alert. Former gallery owner Marley faces fraud charges. I swipe it away. Ms. Wilson? Mallory, our foundation manager, approaches. The new mentorship applications are ready for review. And there's a voicemail from your mother. Delete it. Without listening? Some voices don't need to be heard anymore. A commotion near the entrance draws our attention. Natasha's arrived with a group of real digital artists, the ones Marley copied. They're here to teach a workshop on authentic creative expression. Ready for the surprise? Jacob asks, joining us. I nod. Do it. The main screen lights up. A photo of me at 13 appears, awkward, holding a computer science trophy. But now it's been edited, transformed into a superhero portrait. In the background, lines of code form wings. The girls gasp and point. More images appear, each mentee transformed into their own hero version, their practical skills celebrated as superpowers. This is what we really look like, I tell them. This is what building things looks like. Ms. Wilson? The girl with the Python code tugs my sleeve. My mom saw your speech online. She says I remind her of you. Yeah? I kneel beside her. What did she mean? She said you showed her that practical girls can be heroes too. My throat tightens. Behind us, Mallory's organizing the next coding session. Natasha's laughing with her artist friends. Jacob's helping another girl debug her project. This is what family really looks like. My phone buzzes again. Dad's number. Aren't you going to answer it? Jacob asks softly. No, I say, watching the room full of practical dreamers. I'm going to build something instead. I turn to the young coder. Want to learn how to make your program do something really cool? Her eyes light up. Yes, please. We sit down at her laptop, and I start explaining variables and functions. Around us, dozens of girls are creating, building, growing. No one tells them they're just practical. No one demands they fund someone else's dreams. They're writing their own stories, line by line. My phone buzzes one final time. A text from Mom. We miss you. I look at the transformed photo of teenage me, at the code wings spreading behind her. At the girl beside me, eagerly absorbing every word about Python and possibilities. I delete the message without replying. Some chapters need to end for others to begin. Okay, I tell my student, let's make something amazing. She grins, fingers hovering over the keyboard. Around us, practical girls are changing the world, one line of code at a time. And me? I'm exactly where I need to be, building something real, building something true, building something mine. The end.